Welcome to the Patchwork tutorial series. I am your host, Luther Banks. Today, I will be showing you how to export audio out of Logic Pro 10 for tracking and mixing. Before you open the original session, create a new folder with the artist name and song name if available. If not, use the information you have. The first thing we need to do is save a copy of the session because we don't want to make changes to the original. Naming is very important to stay organized. Make sure the copy has the artist name and song name if available or any other identifiers. Then add multi-track export to the name so you know what it is. After opening the multi-track export copy of the session, you will need to bounce the 2-track. Remove all plugins from the output track and make sure the output track is not peaking. Next, we will click the bounce button on the output track. Check the PCM and MP3 boxes, turn normalize off, make sure your start and end times are correct, and that the file type is interleaved. Like I said, naming is important, so the bounce will also have the same name as the session with reference at the end. We are creating a new folder to save the reference bounce as well as the individual multitrack files. This time, we will add the BPM or tempo to the folder name and the words multitrack files. Make sure it's being saved into the same folder as the sessions. Next, I am checking to see if there are any unique plugins that give any instruments in the song its vibe and switch them off for now. All other plugins will be removed. Also, I have spotted a track that's not being used, so we will delete it. If you have any track or VCA groups, disable them. Make sure you don't have any active volume or pan automation. Next, we are going to disable the inputs of all aux channels that have effects on them. Move all faders to 0 and pan all the tracks to the center. Make sure the tracks are named in the edit window, simple names that tell us what the sound or instrument is. Let's check levels. First, turn down your monitoring system's volume. Play the track and check the peak level on each fader. If one or more of the instruments are peaking in the red or yellow, select each fader one at a time and pull them down until all the peak levels are green. You will notice that your output meter is peaking, but this will not distort the individual tracks we are about to export. Go to the Edit window. Make sure that you have the cycle selection active and select all tracks. Go to the File menu, then the Export menu, then click Tracks as Audio Files. In the video, you will see the number 16. This just tells us how many tracks we are exporting. The names will be copied from your tracks in the Edit window automatically. Make sure that the files are going to the right location. Check Limit Export to Cycle Range. Bit depth should be 32-bit and Normalize set to off. Once that's done, go back to the Mixer window and reactivate the 2 plugins we kept. Then, in the Edit window, select the first one and export track as audio file again. Make sure to add with plugin name to the name of the instrument. After the instrument or instruments with plugins are exported, close Logic Pro 10 and navigate to the Multitrack Files folder. Check the contents and compress or zip the folder. When booking your next tracking or mix session at Patchwerk Recording Studios, do two things. Request me and request a SendSpace link to upload your files at least 24 hours before your session so that I can check and make sure that everything is ready. For more information on what you need for your next session at Patchwerk Recording Studios, call 404-874-9880 or send an email to luther@patchwerk.com.
Sonically superior.